Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Wednesday to you all. Oh, shoot, it is Wednesday already. Ain't that a thing? We have, of course, the continuation of the Dreamcatcher newest drop to check out. Checked out the title track, OOTD. And let me tell you, that was a little bit of an experience for me. It is one that I've rarely felt when it comes to a DC title track. But of course, we have the rest of the album to get around to. We have the, hold on, let me pull up the cards real quick. We have the VillainS EP to check out. Quite a short album from them, all things considered. It's an intro, the title, and then 3 B-sides, which is a little bit sad, but works in my favor because I'm recording this right before I go on Thanksgiving vacation. And I know there's a whole bunch of other stuff that's dropped today, but again, Thanksgiving vacation, I kind of want some time off, so I'm going to get around to those later. But this is my old group, so it kind of take priority over the other groups. Nothing against them, but they're my old group. So anyway, we're going to do the usual album listen, run through every single song. We may actually run through OOTD again, just because there was a cinematic break in the middle, and I want to see if a second listen already has kind of let us sit in a little bit more. So let's see what we got in store for us today. DJ, roll the intro. Now, of course, as this is a DC album, we get to start off with a lovely little intro track. So, here we go. This is intro. This is my fashion composition. And get ready to hear these names a lot. Olander, Pepperoni, Olive, Door, same people, honor arrangements. It's Olander, Door, and part of the pizza toppings gang. Alright, here we go. So this is Dami's opening verse, vocal chopped. Why does this feel like this opening almost feels like the edgy version of Vision's opening. Like, not Vision era, but like Vision the song. It's got that kind of slow chugging pace to it. Oh. Now this as an intro track, now knowing what the title track sounds like, very interesting. It actually, unironically, is one of my more favorited intro tracks, I think. I think the heaviness combined with the pacing of it balances very well, and I think the fact that it doesn't just ramp up in volume, but it ramps up in the intensity of the crunch. It gets rougher and rougher as the song gets louder, and I think it's almost like a natural progression in a way where this type of song will naturally just get rougher and grittier and just almost like jarring in a way. It's on the cusp of becoming too much, but I think that's where the charm of this type of song is that it teeters on the edge of how much you can handle the intensity with. Very interesting way to start. But we gotta keep these snappy, and we're gonna check out OOTD once again. Give me a second, please. OOTD track number 2, lyrics, Olander, Door, Maddox. Shout out Maddox one time. Composition, Olander, Pepperoni, Olive, Door, Maddox. Arrangements, Olander, Pepperoni, and Olive. Now, I've heard this one before, made a separate video on it. It was like 18 minutes or something. I'm gonna listen through it. I'm gonna keep my comments minimal, just go through one more time, see if I hear it any differently. And we'll just probably continue on to Rising afterwards. So. I love how smooth Handong gets on this. It just kind of like floats on the scale a little bit. And I feel like it's one of the more vocally like involved Handong parts we've gotten in a hot minute. God, this false drop is still driving me for a loop. I am surprised. Oh. Straight into the verse instead of a cinematic break. Okay, I like that transition better. I do wonder why Dami's mixed so far back in the mix for her verse. Says just the kind of casualness of her delivery and the range that she's rapping in almost hides it away in the instrumental track, and not often does that happen on a DC song, let alone a title. But I am quickly noticing how much of the song is in English. Like, there's a lot of it in English. Thank you for the power vocal Sua era. I'm in love with that. I'm loving all the punchy, hard high notes that she's getting recently. Has it grown on me yet? Not yet. Maybe it really is going to take until next era. That's interesting. Usually I latch onto DC title tracks like pretty quickly. I'm trying to think back, like, my first era properly listening to them was Scream. And then, of course, I've like retrospectively gone back and gone through their old discography. But the last song that really took a while to sink in for me, Chase Me? Maybe? I don't know, just... I love the fact that they're going way out of the box and going with an entirely different creative direction. Maybe there's just certain things that I would do differently that's just like sticking in my head too much, and that's kind of affecting how I'm perceiving it. Anyways, we gotta keep moving. This is the first of the new songs, of course, well, if you exclude intro. But this is track number 3, or 3, depending on where you are from Rising. I've seen great things about this. I haven't read any of the details, but I've seen a lot of positive reception for this one in particular. Lyrics. Olander and Door. Composition Olander, Pepperoni, Olive, and Door. Olander, Pepperoni, and Olive on arrangements. Again, we're going to be hearing them a lot today, so... Oh, this ramped up so much faster. I thought this was going to be like the sequel to Vision with the way the chord sequence, the chord progression, and the pacing of it. This is what I'm talking about. about. Post-chorus for me? I wonder if Dami's gonna go for that more laid-back, lower rap flow for the entire album. Oh, kind of break the wall like megaphone era. So can we talk about the ramp up of this pre-chorus? Cause Handong in her vocal moment? Hell yeah. Rising. Are they gonna throw in a post-chorus and a bridge? And a little finale harmony there. Rising. They're doing the Beethoven finish. Wow, we got DC doing a Beethoven finish. Ain't that something else? Oh, I should probably explain Beethoven finish. If you listen to like old classical symphonies from the Beethovens, your Bachs, or Mozarts, the final note never really comes. You just get bang, dang. It just kind of keeps going, and then you finally get that one long drawn out note, and then one more hit at the end. That's kind of how typical like concertos and stuff end. The fact that we kind of got that with the rising, I think that's so cool. Because there's so, like, this song, what, 316, 315-ish, is, in this day and age, a longer song, which pains me to say. But the fact that there's so much of it where you can really sink your teeth into and just rising, and just really enjoy that repeated motif, is they do it enough where I bet that final outro part, the crowd can sing along to it. But the intensity... It's the rock sound for me. It's the harshness of it. It's the loudness of it. The vocal masterclass that this is. Every single person across the board gets their vocal moment to shine. Even Dami in the bridge, like, that's so cool. Oh. And look, all respect to OOTD for going something way out there. Rising for me is just, ooh. And DC album, you're guaranteed at least one absolute banger B-side. We're off to a great start. Yes, we are. Alright, let's keep moving though. This is track number 4. This is Shatter. Lyrics, Olander and Door. Composition, Olander, Pepperoni, Olive, and Door. Olander, Pepperoni, and Olive on arrangements. We're going with a slower song again, possibly. I want to make a comment, but I reckon something's going to happen to it. Okay, this is not the direction I would have expected this to go. A vocally minimal chorus, very interesting. Having the really low spoken, just like shatter, just kind of fizz in like that. I think that's a very cool aesthetic touch. Give me all of the vocal harmonies, yes please. Take away the intensity for the bridge one time. Oh, it didn't take it up. Hello, dramatic choir. Good to see you again. When was the last time we heard from them? Vision? Or no, it would have been Maison. The final chorus in Maison. Oh, that's an abrupt way to end it. Oh. That's really interesting. It's like, it's related to OOTD in that the song style has that slower, almost like lurching pace to it. And is really kind of going with the more, I don't want to call it a minimal approach, but that slower, more meticulous, just like certain parts are going to get this very specific composition style and so on and so forth. Really interesting considering what comes in between OOTD and Shatter is Rising. But one thing that's making Shatter stand out for me is the vocal harmonies. There's so much of it. I loved all the layering going on with it. And I feel like when it comes to oh my goodness, my throat is ha. I feel like when it comes to DC music, DC, I love the rock identity they have with their music, but vocal harmonies aren't like the first and foremost thing that comes to my mind when it comes to DC music. It's not that they don't do it, it's just there's other things that they do that's more prevalent in my mind for me. So to have a song like Shatter that has that kind of dramaticism to it, has in both the musical part or the instrumental part and in the vocal part as well, I think that's very cool. And I love when that dramatic choir comes in, because I do love a dramatic choir, and I think it really does add a really nice texture to it. Because it feels like if the final chorus from Vision, why do I keep saying that? Final chorus from Maison, the pacing of Vision, and the creative direction of OOTD all came together, mashed up. It's like Shatter is the hybrid of all three. I quite like it though. In a kind of weird roundabout way, I kind of like Shatter. But, unfortunately, we only have one more song to go. This is We Are Young. Lyrics by Olander and Dor. Composition Olander, Pepperoni, Olive, Dor, and Kikoi. New artist, new producer on the scene. Hell yeah. And arrangements Olander, Pepperoni, Olive, and Kikoi. Well, let's see how this one's going to differ. Also, this one is long.
Don't cry, tomorrow will be bright, because we are young, young, young.
I'm going to see if Kiko is working on any other things. Hold on.
Because we are young, young, young. 아픈 기억들은 버려둬요 먼지처럼. 쉽지만은 않을 걸 알아요.
Nope, it's their first credit on Genius. I was fully expecting this to be kind of like a light, gentle ballad. Let it cook. It's kind of giving me... oh, wait. EDM banger to finish? Oh no, what's that EDM banger? The all-English EDM banger from Dystopia Lose Myself. Oh no, what is that song called? Oh, this is such a bad look for me because I don't remember what the song is called. Hold on. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna cheat for a second. But I'm gonna let the song go. I need to cheat because this is such a bad look for me. Oh gosh. Can't get you out of my mind. Oh my god. It feels like the spiritual successor to it. And I love how far they take it down for this pre-chorus because it makes the riser feel so big. Yeah, yeah. To end it on a party like this, oh my goodness. Because we are God, yeah, yeah. I'm back at my EDM face, hell yeah. Because we are young. Take it away for the bridge. Oh, genuinely though, this song, the extremes that this songs go to. A woo-ah section? Get your vocal moment, Tommy. Oop. Look, listen, hold on. Can I give two B-sides of the album? Look. Rising is a tremendous song. I think it captures the classic DC sound, the intense, quick rock pace. We Are Young, though. We Are Young is classic DC B-side banger material. We Are Young really is Can't Get You Out of My Mind, take two. It is the EDM banger that we have been waiting for. This is the song that you play at a concert. Everyone from floor to general seating is going to jump up and down to. That is the type of song that will test the structural support of any arena and concert venue. Because this is a song that deserves to be jumped around with. This is everything you want from an EDM banger. And the fact that this is the finale of the album too. Oh my goodness, there's so much of it you can sink your teeth into. It's so nice. The vocals just soar and pierce. The energy is unmatchable. Okay, this has genuinely made B-side of the album really difficult for me because I thought Rising was going to be like a shoo-in to take that crown, but We Are Young really just came in and was like, are you sure about that? Just John Cena memed me there, and I'm not upset by it at all. This is spectacular. And genuinely, both Rising and We Are Young have a very good shot of making top 10 B-side, or at least like top 20 Groger B-side from this year, because pardon my language, but fucking hell, We Are Young is a lot of fun. Oh my goodness. This as a DC era for me is one that I have been pretty nervous about, especially following the first listen of OOTD. And I think this is an era in its entirety that's gonna take a little bit of settling down. Rising and We Are Young is already in. As for oh no, screen timed out. As for Shatter, Shatter's pretty close. OOTD though. This is one of those very rare instances where the title track is the one that I'm gonna have the most trouble digesting. Because all the B-sides are pretty much right into the playlist, right into the memory banks. And even Intro This Is My Fashion is gonna make it in there. The fact that the title track is the one that's giving me the most trouble, I don't think I've ever felt that about a Dreamcatcher release before. Maybe one of their Japanese ones, like Eclipse era, like Don't Light My Fire was shoo-in. It's still one of my favorite DC songs ever written. But wow. Wow. The thing is, you can kind of pair some things together, right? So you can pair OOTD and Shatter together. So tracks 2 and 4. Rising is on its own. We Are Young is clearly on its own, and the Intro This Is My Fashion is on its own. There's 4 or 5 different directions that this album has taken. So there's no real indication of what this era is going to be. Or I should say what this series is going to be, should this become one. And I'm pretty sure I've read that this is going to be like a 2-part series of things. If I'm wrong, do let me know. But if there is going to be a direct sequel to this, I look forward to what's going to happen to the sound signature. Because this is... OOTD is probably going to be one of the most polarizing songs that DC has done. Probably the most polarizing since Chase Me as their debut after rebranding from Minx. But at the same time, Rising and We Are Young might be 2 of my most memorable recent Dreamcatcher songs that they've written. And they've written some absolute bangers in the last couple years. So for me, this era, whirlwind. It's a whirlwind of an experience. You've got highs, you've got your lows, you've got your middle bit of confusion. It's insert confusion meme, if I remember to do that. But it's a time. It's a time and a half. So I'm gonna let this one marinate a little bit. I'm gonna rock out to We Are Young and Rising in the car as we go on the road trip, and just probably pop on the DC playlist, in all honesty. But that is it for me today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me to say let's work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.